Hey friends, today I want to show you the huge UX updates that we've pushed into the MOCA Room step. So we have the playground, as you all know, which is now like serving like five different rooms on monthly rotation, similar to the hero rotations you know from like video games like Fortnite and things like that. So the architect that launched rooms on our ecosystem will be like presented there so that everybody, even if you don't own a room, can already like play around with it. So on the left side here in this view, you see like the updated 3D view. It's now made with Babylon, which is way more performant. Everything is faster. Everything feels smoother and better. So this is a huge update. And then like more importantly on the right side, we have completely revamped the UX. So once you like click here like on the different slots, it will jump through the different locations inside the architecture, and it will also show you like which NFTs you have like spawned there. So you have like a pretty good overview about what is where and like what did you do so far. And like I just dropped a couple of NFTs from my multipass, which is my own profile, but you can now also easily navigate to MOCA Show, which is our multiplayer curation dApp, and a couple of communities that are already part of our ecosystem, like Cyber Brokers, for example, or what else do we find? Avagotchi. You can skim through those curations, and these are NFTs not just owned by me, but also curated by like other community members of that community, and everybody can curate them into the rooms that are available in the playground, and of course into their own rooms that they own. And the third section is the collections view. This is the part that is the biggest one. So the collections of the museum. You have the permanent collection, which are I think like over 100 now NFTs that are owned by the museum. And then we have, more importantly, the community collection, which are all the NFTs that community members brought into the museum. Hundreds of pages, thousands of NFTs. And you can, because there are so many, you can or should filter them using this function, and then you can find like what you want. And then the cool thing that we have now is the auto populate button. You hit it one time, and then it will automatically go through the architecture to place the NFTs that you have selected in the right view on the walls without you having to do anything except waiting. And then you can, with the button down below here, you can download this room, including the NFTs. If you go for like curated room, it will download the room with the NFTs on the wall. It also, like that GLB model will also contain the token ID, contract hash, like all the information referenced inside the GLB model, so that if you import that somewhere in the future, the application could reference metadata from those NFTs that you have curated. Or you can download the clean room, which is just the architecture without the NFTs, or like these placeholders that you saw. And then we have my rooms. This is the most powerful section of all of them. So if you own an actual room, if you own one of these one-of-one architectural artifacts that we've fueled with the curation utility, you can store the state of the room on chain. So when you go into like one of your rooms, in this case, it's my own room, Renald's Rabbit Hole. You can see the title there. You can set that in the settings. You can set a description, and then you can adjust the curation. Like this curation that was loaded from the blockchain, and I could, if I want to, like I can adjust this, and I can save the state in the My Rooms view. You have like a save button that allows you to save the curation state of this room in a gasless transaction on chain. So this is possible, and I want to like show you our first integration now, because we are integrating this rooms stack into several virtual worlds, and Hyperfy is now ready to query the curation state of a room directly from the blockchain. So when you copy the room ID, or like I think 1, 2, 3 is quite easy to remember, and you have a Hyperfy world, you can now hit tab and go to add, and then you click rooms. And then let's say you want to spawn room ID 123, you just type it there, hit enter, and then it appears. And then you can position it wherever you want. Let's drop in another one. Let's say the water room that you saw in the My Room section, that's 145. Just like throw it in, put it there, and there we go. You can increase the scale, make it bigger, let it float, and say, okay, I want to have it like with collisions so that you can run on the room. It's pretty powerful what we have created there. And the crazy shit is that assume you spawn like multiple of these rooms into different virtual worlds, and the core utility of this rooms ecosystem is that you can update the curation across all the instances that you've spawned. So you can now, if you go into the rooms application, into the rooms tab, and then you hit like save and save the state of the curation on chain, it will like automatically reflect inside the Hyperfy app where you have integrated the room. You can also, as most of these architectural like structures are CC0, you can also spawn them, if you own a Hyperfy world, directly into your world. So let's assume you want to have this one inside your Hyperfy world. You can just like copy the URL from the top, or the token ID from the URL bar, and then you say, okay, let's add rooms, room ID 98, put it there, and then it will appear. And you know, it contains the curation of the room owner. So all the room owners curate their rooms, and with CC0 they allow world owners or parcel owners or whatever, like virtual world owners, to spawn entire art exhibitions into their virtual worlds that they own with in really easy like ways. And when the owner of this room of art adoption, like it's Colborn, like the founder of the museum, and Colborn updates like the NFTs inside this room, it will, like, these updates will be automatically reflected into like all the instances that Hyperfy world owners have spawned across their virtual worlds. And we are so excited that this is finally live, like that these different like these different building blocks are now tying into each other in a way that we can scale the distribution of Web3 native crypto art and NFTs across platforms. I really love it, and we are going to see more integrations. Like, we've started with Hyperfy, they've been amazing, and we are going to improve the integration, and Clantono, who worked on this, will like improve this, and we will show this. We are already showing this to other virtual worlds as a best practice, how a MOCA rooms integration can look like. And then you can expect the architecture that the architects who create these designs and the artists who are being curated into the designs will be spawned across multiple virtual worlds, across the metaverse, to allow like a scalable way of distribution for architecture and arts. I look really forward to this. Like, this is just the beginning of the MOCA rooms ecosystem growing. You can obtain a MOCA room when you go to rooms.museumofcryptoart.com. You can go to Claim, or you can, I think, in the Explore view is already the link. You can collect the floor, and then you enter the raffle. Like, all of these things are explained in the wiki, which is linked on the top of this. And then you can like check it out. We also have auctions of rooms that you can directly buy with Ether every now and then. And I look forward to more people participating in this ecosystem, and think modular architecture and modular building blocks that help to grow the open metaverse are going to be way more popular in the future as like these systems are growing.